Hey guys, these are probably some of my favourite figures that are in my collection. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of Metal Gear, everyone knows that. So this guy is the Lim Toys Venom Snake. It's not called Venom Snake, it's the Lim Toys Ahab figure. So it's not legally fantastic. It's a third-party product slash bootleg. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to leave this off. Yeah, it's a third-party toy, but it looks like it's just stepped out of the game. It's just one of the best figures that they've ever made in Snake's likeness, and I don't have high hopes that there'll be many more great Snake figures. I love the franchise, I love Metal Gear, but it's just not doing anything at the minute, is it? There were talks of a movie with, help me out, what's that guy called? Poe Dameron, what's his name? I remember. But yeah, the series is in limbo. I think the next thing will probably be some kind of remake. That seems to be the rumour, but I don't know. It'd be a massive shame if they don't do anything with it. So yeah, that's this guy. Quite difficult to get now. I bought several when they first came out, and I always sort of scour eBay to see if there are any at a decent price, and they are quite expensive on the aftermarket now. But yeah, I got several with the intention of doing a few mods and keeping a few in the box, and because I'd feel a lot more comfortable doing mods on sort of more rare figures if I had a few in my back pocket. So this guy, it's the same figure, but I used a different camouflage outfit on him. So he's in a jungle sort of camo. In the game, there's a camo called Wetwork. So I use this guy. I think it's a Russian. This is a Russian camo, which is yeah, it's not that popular at the minute, is it? But it looks enough like the Wetwork uniform that he wears in the game. And this is it's a modded version of this head. This is a fantastic head as well. It just looks exactly like the head in the game. So I didn't want to do anything to this head. So I used a product called Blue Stuff, which I've mentioned before, made a cast of this head and went to work on the cast when it was dry, shaving off the horn, the shrapnel horn, and filling in some of the scars on his face, because this guy's covered in like scratches and scars. He's got a big one over his eye, one over his nose or over his lip. Filled them in with Citadel liquid green stuff. It's a fantastic product for filling in like air bubbles and dings and dents and scratches. It dries solid. You can file it. You can shape it with a scalpel. It's a great thing. So yeah, I took off the horn, resculpted some of the hair, and then took off the ponytail. Well, I didn't bother casting the ponytail. It's actually on these guys. I won't do it now, but it is a removable, so it pops in and out. So I resculpted the sort of mullet. The only guy in the world who can really pull off a great mullet Big Boss. The body is, so this, I went on eBay and was very lucky to find that someone had bought a bunch of these figures, broke them down into their accessories, and was selling the accessories separately at a fairly decent price. So I picked up a bunch, and so all this web gear is from the figure. You got the awesome tape cassette there, and the you know, the harness, and there's the backpack at the back there, the classic Big Boss backpack. I used a Snake Eyes movie figure, terrible movie, fantastic figure, and these straps come from a G.I. Joe classified original Snake Eyes. These things, these I guess pouches, are from a Alley Viper, a couple of Alley Vipers, modded the legs. So he's got, there's actually quite a lot on this figure. There's Captain Phasma, we'll edit that bit out. Captain Phasma knee pads, Snake Eyes shins with some sculptor detail here. This is green stuff. And I can't remember where those shoes came from, but you get the idea. So they're my 1/12 scale Big Boss and Venom Snake figures. Other 1/12 stuff, I've been working on a Major Blood, this guy. So he's got the South African camo, sort of a Bush Wars 1980s Major Blood. He's without the eye patch. It's sort of more of the early days of his career. He's got like a metal arm. I know it's on the wrong side, but we can say that this isn't a bionic arm. It's like armor. You know, if it's for me, so it doesn't matter, does it? This is Spirit boots, outback legs, Snake Eyes torso with a Cable Marvel Legends vest, Destro shoulders to bulk out the shoulders, a Snake Eyes arm, a bat arm, and a Cable head with sculpted moustache and haircut. So yeah, fair bit of work gone into that one, but he does look good with the Metal Gear figures. He fits in quite well. I sort of see Major Blood as he could fit into that Metal Gear, well, fit into the Metal Gear universe quite well, being the mercenary that he is. And also I did a Tiger Stripe Duke figure, which is very reminiscent of the Diamond Dogs soldiers from the Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain game. What else have I got to show you or tell you? Not much this week. These are all for me. So I've been doing these in between, if I'm waiting for something to dry when I'm doing a commission, or if I get a spare moment to myself, which is rare nowadays, then I'll do some work on my own pile of shame. I've got lots of things that I want to do for my own personal collection. I've got a load of G.I. Joe classified figures, and I love them. I really love G.I. Joe classified. I've got almost everything that's been released so far, and some of them in multiples. So I want to combine my love of G.I. Joe and Metal Gear and sort of Metal Gear them up, which is what I've done with this Duke and with that Major Blood custom. So I'm hoping to do more of that. But, you know, like I say, I very rarely get the opportunity to do stuff for myself. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these because I'm happy with them. I get a lot of joy from having them. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Customs and G.I. Joe. It's a match made in heaven. Okay, guys, that's all I've got to say for this one. Don't forget to tell your friends, your buddies, if they're into action figures and custom action figures, tell them to come and have a look at this channel. They might see something that they like. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, cheers.